Jean Greer here at Stylish Fireplaces with some help on how to get the best fit with an electric insert going into a wood burning opening. So a couple of basic things you need to know. Most wood burning openings, most masonry fireplaces do not go straight back like a square or a rectangle. They're actually shaped like a trapezoid. So they go in straight for a few inches, then they start to get narrower towards the back of the fireplace. And that was really designed to push the heat out into your room. That is not necessarily the shape of your electric insert. So some electric inserts go straight back like a rectangle or a square, and some of them are tapered. But the angle of the taper on that tapered insert isn't necessarily going to match the angle of the taper on your wood burning opening. So how do you get around this? You need to measure the width and the height at the front of your masonry opening. That's a good start. And of course, you're going to look at the depth, and almost always the depth is more than you're going to need for an electric insert. Sometimes some of the older, smaller fireplace openings may not have that depth, but more often than not, the depth is more than enough. That isn't the issue. Most electric inserts run between 8 to 12 inches deep. And so what we really need to know is we want you to measure the width and the height of the front of your opening and then reach in 8 to 12 inches and measure the width again. The height generally will be more, generally isn't smaller, but if you see that it's getting smaller, then definitely check that. The width though will be smaller because the opening has started to taper at 8 or 12 inches inside the opening. Give us that width. We will compare that to the back end of the inserts that come closest to your front end measurements, and we will see how many of them will actually slide all the way in 8 or 12 inches into your opening. That may leave a gap at the front of your fireplace where your brick is wider than the glass on the insert. And that's what these bigger trims are for, to cover those gaps around the insert and the brick. So that's how you get the right fit for that electric insert. Width and height of the opening is only the starting point. It helps us narrow things down, but the critical measurement will be 8 to 12 inches inside your opening. How wide is that? Can I get the back end of this insert past that point so that it will go all the way into your opening? Check that out. You can always find those detailed measurements on the owner's manual, and those owner's manuals for our products are on stylishfireplaces.ca. Check the product page and then scroll down to the installation tab.